Hello, my name is Patrick Gunning, and you are currently tuned in to What Am I Saying? A show which I talk about random things. Here on the second episode, or episode 2, I'm going to be talking about ideas of an electric car, and this is my take on electric cars along with other things about them. I'm going to start the show now. I believe in that electric cars will be the future for car owners, but currently battery technology does not meet the current standards, and the technology itself has to be improved further, and currently for the time is going for a hybrid car with a mixture of other energy sources to it. My main reasons for why I suggest a hybrid car is because under my knowledge that it can travel way longer distances with a mixture of both fuel of any kind and electrics for the less stops of filling up the fuel tank or recharging its electric batteries. My first suggestion of a hybrid car that has a mixture of both currently battery technology and other fuel sources that doesn't produce any type of carbon dioxide as its byproduct. It would I would go with a car that runs on hydrogen, and I knowing it has a combustion engine, and its byproduct to it is just water, and I would only buy these cars if it becomes more available and affordable to buy, but also have more fueling stations everywhere. But these vehicles ain't commonly available during this time of this recording, and the technology itself has been developed even more, and places and place that would develop the hydrogen fuel itself. My second suggestion for a hybrid car is to have a mixture of both current battery technology and also solar panel technology to be built together into the car, so it would only be less heavily reliant on the use of charging stations and more on the sun for charging its batteries. The built-in solar panels on the car itself would charge its batteries when the car itself when stationary, and also when there is no charging station ain't available, and it's charged by only using sunlight around depending on the weather at the time. Solar panels that is fitted to the car itself would be utilized in both keeping its batteries charged as long as possible, even when the car is moving around, and using less of its batteries, which using more of the sunlight itself. There are my three suggestions that I think about hybrid cars being the future at this time, and what I'm going to be saying if the hybrid car options are out of the question altogether. My next suggestion is not about hybrid cars, but it's about electric cars that is some way would be self-chargeable when the car itself moves, and it would generate the energy for the purposes of charging its batteries at the same time. A suggestion that would make is that to make an electric car go even better than ever before, to have some sort of capacity of retro refitting its battery technology and its microcontroller, so if new battery technology becomes available, it would be replaceable. The current cars itself can be easily converted from petrol or diesel fuel engines to electric powered engines instantly, as long that you have the knowledge how to, or hiring someone that knows what they are doing. A person can get a second hand car and have it converted to electric as much quicker than getting a new electric car, and at the same time keep the car on the road as possible, as long as it meets regulations. For a converted electric car, it should be set up for the car to travel at the same or even longer distance on a single charge as it would on a single tank of petrol. Converting a car to electric is like an experiment that cars itself are set up differently, right down to the wiring and batteries that are used to convert those cars, which result in them traveling longer distances than the new electric cars that are out there. A mixture of power sources like wind and solar along mixed with other power sources and with other battery technology for the charging stations to charge those electric cars, and if one source of power cuts out, it would still continue charging with other power sources. Electric cars should not just be charged directly through main power, but also turbine solar panels connected directly to the cars themselves via a charging station, making electric cars more affordable as possible for people to buy them, or to make them cheaper for people to convert their cars to electric. New electric cars would be costly, but over time it would be sold as second hand, and that electric cars would be cheaper to the next people who going to get them. Not just cars should be electric. Commercial vehicles of any kind should be electric, or in some cases converted to electric as well. Electric cars are silent to run, but some sort of buzzer should be sounding when an electric car is reversing, should be fitted for safety reasons, just like to do with trucks, that people would know when the car is reversing. The technology that is used in electric cars is also being used in golf buggies for a long time, and mobility scooters as well. The same technology has on bicycles and scooters as well. Electric cars have been around for a very long time, and its technology has improved from having the cars themselves traveling from short distances to long distances, and even from long distances to short, changing time to it. In the future, if battery technology itself would be improved even more, with more faster charging and more options when coming to charging the vehicles themselves, and longer battery discharge for an electric car, it would make it better than a fuel car or even a hybrid car. Hybrid cars are the best cars around the time has been of this recording, but electric cars may start to take over in the near future, and for everyone who may go out and buy one of them. I have to say that the show has come to the end for the time being, and in the next episode of What Am I Saying, I'm going to be talking about being rewarded, and stay around for that. And for the time being, I see you guys later. The following production has been written, edited, presented, and produced by Patrick Gunning and copyrighted in 2023 by Patrick Gunning, or PFGUN0 for short.